Throughout Jennifer Hudson's extraordinary career, one powerful truth has remained constant. Her professional journey has always been deeply connected to her personal life. Every achievement she has earned has walked hand in hand with heartbreak, healing, and resilience. For Jennifer, success has never been just about trophies, charts, or applause. It has always meant something deeper, something spiritual, something emotional. When Jennifer Hudson received a Grammy nomination for her holiday album, The Gift of Love, it wasn't just another career milestone. It was a sacred, emotional moment that stopped her in her tracks. The announcement came on a very special day, the same day as her late mother's birthday. That coincidence transformed what should have been a simple industry celebration into something much more powerful. For Jennifer, it felt like a sign, a message, spiritual connection between the life she built and the woman who helped build her. Over the years, Jennifer has learned that some moments in life aren't random. They don't just happen. They arrive with meaning. They arrive with purpose. They arrive as gifts. This Grammy nomination wasn't just about music. It was about memory, healing, love, and legacy. Her album, The Gift of Love, stands as her first full project in nearly 10 years. And also her first ever Christmas album, scheduled for release in October 2024. This project became more than just music. It became a diary of her emotions. She poured every memory, every tear, every ounce of love into this album. She later admitted in a heartfelt moment, "I gave my entire soul to this project. This wasn't just an album. This was my heart." When speaking during the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony, Jennifer struggled to even find the right words. Her voice trembled with gratitude as she explained that she has always loved the holiday season. She described herself as someone who is obsessed with Christmas, not because of gifts or decorations, but because of what the season represents: love, family, memory, and light. To be recognized for something so close to my heart. More than I ever imagined, she said. But then came the realization that made the moment almost overwhelming. The nomination came on her mother's birthday. In that instant, everything felt aligned. The universe, the memory, the music, and her spirit all felt connected. It was as if her mother's presence was gently wrapping around her at one of the proudest moments of her life. But this beautiful moment exists in contrast to the darkest chapter of Jennifer Hudson's life. In October 2008, Jennifer's world was shattered in a way no human being could ever be prepared for. Her mother, Darnell Donnerson, was brutally murdered. Her brother, Jason, was also killed. And her 7-year-old nephew, Julian, lost his life in the same horrific act of violence. The man responsible, William Balfour, was later convicted and sentenced to life in prison. He was Jennifer's former brother-in-law. The pain of that moment was indescribable. The loss wasn't just heartbreaking, it was life-altering. It changed the way Jennifer saw the world. It changed the way she heard music. It changed the way she lived, breathed, and loved. And yet, she survived. Not because she forgot, but because she chose not to let her pain destroy her purpose. Jennifer rarely speaks publicly about the tragedy. She has chosen silence over sympathy, privacy over public breakdown. But anyone who listens closely can hear that pain in her voice, not as weakness, but as strength. Every time she performs, something else lives in her voice. Every note carries grief. Every lyric carries healing. Every stage carries memory. So when the Grammy nomination arrived on her mother's birthday, Jennifer didn't see it as coincidence. She saw it as connection. She saw it as love reaching across time. She saw it as a silent message from the woman who once held her hand, lifted her dreams, and shaped her soul. Long before Grammy nominations, long before Oscars, and long before Broadway. Jennifer Hudson's journey began with rejection and resilience. Her rise to fame began on American Idol. And even though she did not win the competition, the world could already hear something special in her voice. Her refusal to be defined by a loss became a signature of her life. In 2009, she won her first Grammy Award for her self-titled debut album. That moment changed everything. She wasn't just a reality show contestant anymore. She was an artist. She was a voice. She was power. Later, she would go on to win an Academy Award Oscar and become one of the few performers in history to earn industry's highest honors. Her second Grammy came in 2017 through her powerful work in Broadway's The Color Purple. Her performance stunned audiences. Theater lovers, critics, and musicians all agreed Jennifer Hudson was a gift. But what mattered more than awards was how she reinvented herself, not by chasing trends, not by following industry pressure, but by choosing purpose. This recent holiday album is not just music. It's memory, it's soul, it's healing. Jennifer didn't create this project to climb charts. She created it to touch spirits. She entered the Christmas genre not as a celebrity experiment, but as a woman deeply connected to tradition, family, and faith. Her voice softened, her delivery deepened, her music matured. And in doing so, she revealed a new version of herself. To the world, not louder, but wiser. Not stronger, but gentler. Not newer, but truer. At the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony, Jennifer didn't just attend, she honored legends. She performed a tribute to Sly Stone alongside music royalty, like Stevie Wonder, Questlove, Maxwell, Beck, Flea, and Liam Thomas. The performance was historic, not because it was perfect, but because it was honest. Jennifer's voice filled the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles with a sound that felt both old and new, classic and eternal. She didn't try to outshine the legends. She honored them, she lifted them, she carried the legacy forward. That night also celebrated legendary names like Cyndi Lauper, The White Stripes, Soundgarden, Bad Company, Outkast, Chubby Checker, and Joe Cocker. Yet even in a room filled with icons, Jennifer stood out. Not because she demanded attention, but because she earned it. Jennifer Hudson has never been just a singer. She has never been just an actress. She has never been just a celebrity. Is a survivor, a storyteller, a soul wrapped in sound. Her Grammy nomination for The Gift of Love represents far more than industry recognition. It represents a circle closing and another opening. This moment didn't begin in a recording studio. It didn't begin at an awards show. It began in a little girl's heart who believed in music before the world believed in her. Before Jennifer Hudson stood on global stages, before she wore designer gowns, before she shook hands with legends, she was simply a girl from Chicago with a microphone and a dream. Her earliest memories weren't of flashing cameras. They were of church pews, of gospel choirs, of her mother's voice reminding her that her gift wasn't just talent, it was purpose. Music wasn't a hobby in her home. It was a language. It was healing. It was prayer. Her mother believed in her before anyone else did. She encouraged her to sing when fear whispered. She reminded her who she was when doubt tried to pull her down. And even when the world later applauded, Jennifer always carried her mother's voice within her. After the unimaginable loss of her family, many people believed Jennifer would disappear. They thought the pain would swallow her voice. They thought the darkness would win, but they were wrong. Jennifer didn't return to the stage because she was ready. She returned because she was brave. She sang through the pain. She breathed. Through the grief, she stood tall through the silence. And slowly, she turned her pain into purpose. Her voice changed. It became deeper, richer, more spiritual. It wasn't just sound anymore. It was testimony. The Gift of Love. Gift of Love is not a performance album. It is a prayer put into melody. Each song was recorded not just with technique, but with tears, memories, and silent conversations with the past. Jennifer has described the project as a form of therapy, a form of reconnection. It's a way of allowing her inner child to celebrate again. She didn't rush the album. She didn't force the sound. She let it breathe. She let it heal. She let it arrive when it was ready. In an industry that constantly demands reinvention after reinvention, Jennifer Hudson made a rare choice. She chose authenticity over trend. She chose truth over pressure. She chose soul over status. That is why her work lasts. That is why people feel her music instead of just hearing it. That is why her journey feels real. When Jennifer realized that the Grammy nomination arrived on her mother's birthday, something shifted inside her. It wasn't sadness, it wasn't pain, it was peace. It felt like confirmation, like a whisper from the universe saying, "You're not alone. You never were. Keep going." Jennifer Hudson's story is not just about awards, it's not just about fame. It's about faith. It's about survival. It's about grace under pressure. She continues to mentor young artists. She continues to inspire women, continues to represent strength without bitterness, and softness without weakness. There is something timeless in Jennifer's voice. It sounds like history. It sounds like church halls. It sounds like pain turned into poetry. It sounds like hope given a melody. Every performance feels like a conversation, not just with the audience, but with her past, her family, her mother. Today, Jennifer Hudson walks forward not as a broken woman, but as a healed one. She honors her past. She carries her memories. She embraces her future. She doesn't run from pain. She doesn't hide from love. She stands in both, strong, grateful, awake. This album isn't about Christmas. It's about connection. It's about remembering. It's about honoring. It's about loving even. After loss, the true gift isn't fame. It isn't awards. Isn't applause. It is the ability to still feel, to still believe, to still love. Jennifer Hudson's journey proves one undeniable truth. Some people are not destroyed by storms. They are shaped by them, refined by them, strengthened by them. She did not allow tragedy to define her. She allowed it to deepen her. As she stands in another award season, another spotlight, another chapter, Jennifer Hudson isn't chasing validation. She is living in truth. She is walking in purpose. She is singing from spirit, and her story continues. Not as a celebrity tale, but as a human one. Jennifer Hudson's story isn't just about surviving tragedies or collecting awards. It is about becoming something stronger, softer, and wiser through every storm she faced. It's about learning how to live with pain without letting pain control who she is. By the time she stepped into this current chapter of her life, she had already experienced more emotional weight than many people experience in their entire lifetime. And yet, she still chooses hope. That choice to keep believing has become one of her most defining qualities. When fame arrived, it didn't change Jennifer. It revealed who she truly was. Success didn't soften her story. It sharpened it. Each role she took, each song she recorded, each stage she walked onto, came from a place that was honest, raw, real. She wasn't performing life, she was living it. Away from the cameras, Jennifer Hudson is deeply spiritual, reflective, and private. She treasures silence. She respects her healing. She doesn't perform grief for attention. She protects her peace. She honors her boundaries. She understands that not everyone deserves access to her pain. And that is strength. Millions of people connect to Jennifer Hudson because her story is familiar in a way that feels personal. Loss, love, fear, faith, dreams, disappointment, healing. Her life sounds like a song people didn't know they needed to hear. She reminds people that it's okay to be strong and soft. That it's okay to cry and still conquer. That pain doesn't erase purpose. Jennifer Hudson's future isn't about bigger fame. It's about deeper impact. She wants to create music that heals, stories that matter, moments that uplift. She wants her voice to be remembered not just for sound, but for spirit. She wants people to feel seen when they hear her. There is something powerful about a woman who has seen darkness and still chooses light. Not noisy, not bitter, not angry, but calm, clear, Focused, Jennifer Hudson walks with this quiet power. She doesn't chase validation. She doesn't beg approval. She stands firm in who she is. Her music doesn't shout. It speaks, it whispers, it hugs, it reminds, it comforts. And in a loud world, that softness becomes revolutionary. Her voice feels like home to people who feel lost. Everything about this Grammy nomination, the timing, the emotion, the memories, feels like a circle completing itself. A promise kept, a journey honored, a legacy touched. Her mother's spirit, her younger self, her present strength, all met in one moment. Jennifer Hudson isn't just living a career. She is living a testimony. A reminder that shattered things can still shine, that broken hearts can still love. That grief doesn't cancel greatness. She is not defined by tragedy. She is refined by it. She is not owned by pain. She commands it. She is not lost. She is led. And Jennifer Hudson's story is still being written, not in fear, but in faith. Jennifer Hudson's journey is not just powerful, it is spiritual. It feels guided, feels protected, feels purposeful. Every time she steps onto a stage, she carries with her the invisible strength of the life she has lived. She is no longer chasing applause, she is honoring purpose. And that distinction has changed everything. There's a difference between people who survive pain and people who are shaped by it. Jennifer belongs to the second category. The woman who once walked through the darkest imaginable chapter came out not bitter, but deeper. Not angry, but clearer. Not lost, but found. She learned that pain can either poison your spirit or polish your soul. She chose polish. Jennifer Hudson doesn't shout her power. She sings it. She breathes it. She lives it. Voice carries weight because it has lived through heaviness. It carries warmth because it understands cold. It carries light because it knows dark. That is not something that can be coached. That is lived. Most artists reinvent themselves to stay relevant. Jennifer reinvented herself to stay real. She didn't run after youth. She didn't run after trends. She ran toward truth, toward meaning, toward memory. This is why the gift of love feels timeless, not trendy. Jennifer embodies something rare. In modern culture, softness as power. She doesn't perform toughness. She doesn't mask her heart. She allows herself to feel. And that takes courage. Her softness doesn't make her weak. It makes her human. It makes her relatable. It makes her trusted. Behind every performance, there is a woman who kneels. Behind every spotlight, there is a woman who whispers prayers. She believes in God. She believes in destiny. She believes in protection. She believes in grace. And that faith has kept her upright when storms tried to push her down. Jennifer's voice has hugged people who never met her. It has comforted grief-filled hearts. It has strengthened tired souls. It has given people language when they had none. That is legacy. That is impact. That is purpose. No matter how high she rises, she has never stopped thanking those who helped her. Her mother, her family, her roots, her struggles, her pain. She has learned that gratitude is not weakness, it is wisdom. Jennifer Hudson's future won't be loud. It will be meaningful. It will be intentional. It will be honest. She will continue to sing not because she needs to, but because she's called to. She will continue to act, not for fame, but for stories that matter. Some voices entertain, some voices inspire, some voices comfort. Jennifer Hudson's voice heals. And her story reminds us all, you can lose everything and still become everything you were meant to be. Jennifer Hudson's story was never meant to be simple. It was never meant to be easy. It was never meant to be ordinary. Her life has been a composition of pain and prayer, heartbreak and hope, of silence and song. And through it all, she kept singing. There are many people who go through tragedy, but there are very few who transform it. Jennifer didn't allow grief to chain her soul. She let it shape her voice. She let it sharpen her spirit. She let it deepen her love. Her story is proof that broken chapters do not cancel beautiful endings. The Grammy nomination for The Gift of Love wasn't just an industry moment. It was a spiritual one. It arrived on the birthday of her late mother. That wasn't just timing. That was connection. That was destiny. That was love reaching across time. In that moment, Jennifer wasn't just an artist. She was a daughter. She was a survivor. It was a woman standing in both memory and miracle. Trends will fade. Stages will change. Lights will dim. But voices built from truth never disappear. Jennifer's voice carries something eternal. It carries spirit. It carries memory. It carries healing. And generations will feel it long after today becomes history. Her legacy is not trophies, not headlines, not fame. Her legacy is how she made people feel. Stronger, seen, heard, understood, loved. That is greatness. Jennifer Hudson stands today, not as a broken woman, but as a completed one. Not as someone chasing light, but as someone who carries it. And her story reminds the world, you are not defined by what you lose. You are defined by what you rise from. You rise from.